today we are talking with Zach, who hates veggies and loves cookie dough ice cream. TSA in Houston once mistook him for Tom Brady, and he's climbed a glacier in flip flops. His nickname is Z Man. He wishes he was from Hawaii, and he owns over 100 hats. So today, Zach is going to share with us his journey to 12 national parks in 12 days in surprise 7 minutes. So, welcome.
Welcome, Zach. So our 7-minute timer, there it goes, it started.
Man.
So can you tell us why you decided to do 12 parks in 12 days? How did that come about?
So I have a partner. Well, partner is kind of weird to say because I guess I have a fiance, but I have a friend from high school. So I call him a partner because he's my partner on my podcast.
Yes.
But he and I go way back. We started going to school at Oregon State, and he's an athletic trainer. So he works with college sports teams and with like their athletic training. So his schedule is really weird to where he has like the months of May and June off, and the rest of the year he's working. So once a year we plan a very big trip to do. And in 2018, we decided to go down to Phoenix because his family was down there for a family reunion. And I said, well, let me jump on a plane and you take your car down there and we'll do a road trip up to Montana where I'm from. And let's see how many national parks we can hit in this time off you have.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So that's great. So did you plan out the route? You kind of spoke a little bit about deciding. Did you pre-plan this before you went down to meet him in Arizona, or who hatched the plan? Tell us about the planning.
Yeah, so we before this, I mean, we talk on the phone all the time, probably once or twice a week. So when we're hashing out plans, they're usually for the upcoming year. So this was one that I think we started in like December saying, if we could do this weekend, that, kind of soft planning, picking out the parks we want to do. This one was one where it's like, we want to do a big road trip. So what all can we encounter? We started in the Grand Canyon. We moved on to Monument Valley, Horseshoe Bend, right there, all in Arizona.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the foundation of the plan. Like, what can we hit right here? And then what's next? What's the next step? And they're like, well, we really want to do Zion. We've never been to Zion.
Nice.
We were able to hike Angel's Landing there, which, I mean, if you see the videos,
wow.
It's beautiful. I mean, you're standing on a cliff and, the drops on each side of you, and you got to go 1 foot in front of the other and holding it to the chain. And there's so many people that do this hike. They need to permit it because it's kind of scary sometimes. Because you'll get those people who are impatient and they'll pass you on these sketchy parts. And I mean, it's killed 4 people in the last 10 years, I believe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a fun hike. Highly
It was
recommend.
adventure. Yeah.
But yeah, so we do that. We talk on the phone and plan these things out. Like this, for our 2021 trip, we're going to Hawaii for a week and we're hitting all the parks and kind of that stuff. That's kind of our theme, is like, what nature stuff can we do in these fun places? It's really big right now,
Yeah. So with the parks that you visited, I've been to Zion, I've been to Grand Canyon, I haven't been to all of them. Which one has the best photos? Which one did you think was the most beautiful?
Well,
can you answer that question?
It's a hard question because I'm a photographer as like a hobby, and I love each park for each individual reasons,
Okay.
I think that's why they're national parks, because the trip, like I said, we started in Grand Canyon, we ended in Yellowstone National Park.
Oh,
And along the way, so we hit the Utah 5, so that's Zion, Arches, Canyonlands, Capitol Reef, Bryce Canyon. And we went over to Rocky Mountain in Colorado. We were able to go to Wind Cave, Jewel Cave, Mount Rushmore, Badlands, and the Devil's Tower, like the Black Hills area, which that was beautiful because we got to camp right at the base of the Black Hills, right at the base of Devil's Tower. And what's really cool to some of these areas for me is I'm enrolled Little Shell, so I'm a tribal member of the Little Shell tribe in Montana. And it's really cool to go on these journeys and see these places and connect to them, especially like, going back to Yellowstone and being around those buffalo. Because when we go there, we'll take our time, because it's in my backyard. I go to Yellowstone probably 8 times a year.
Right.
And so I'm when I go there, I go for the experiences. I go to sit by the buffalo and just sit around them and watch them, be with one another. Just a couple months ago, I was there, and it was funny. I watched this one. They were all walking in a line going up this hill, and this female bison, she was getting in line with them, and then she realized that it was the wrong group, because the other group was on this side of the road. So she like, oh my gosh, and like ran over to them, and you could see when she like caught up, like, oh, like, I'm sorry guys, I thought you were them, like those experiences, just when you sit down in these parks and get time. I mean, I like doing that, but along the way, I was able to get, that Mesa Arch shot, the Angels Landing pictures.
Right.
I was able to get mama bear and 2 grizzly cubs in Yellowstone.
Wow.
And the sad part about that is my buddy Mark, who he brought his, because when we came up to Montana, we got my car and we went to Yellowstone, and he parted ways with me because he was going home to Oregon, where he's from. And I went north in the park, and probably 5 minutes after that is when I ran into the mama bear and the cubs.
Oh, so he missed it.
He missed it. Oh,
Like, he got to do Joshua Tree National Park before Phoenix, so that's on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. So tell us a little bit about the people. Did you meet anyone else along the way that?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of cool, because when you're out hiking, you have conversations with people if you're getting water, or they're doing their thing, especially when you're more out in nature. When you're in the visitor centers and stuff like that in the parks, it's more families and tourists being tourists, so you're not going to have those same interactions. Every once in a while, we like to sit down and talk to park rangers. And actually, that's something on my podcast we do, is we interview some of the park rangers we run into at these parks. So it's kind of fun to have those conversations with people. But also, like when we were in the Grand Canyon, we were walking down with these other girls. They're going further down, and we're just having the conversation like, hey, they are, that's what you're doing. Oh, well, we're going to Zion next.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to do this. It's all about sharing these awesome experiences with one another.
Well, that was our 7 minutes. I think we heard our timer go, and you were great, Zach, because you just rattled it off. That was fantastic. And what an amazing trip to see all those parks in one shot, right? And kind of compare them and see what this is like versus the other. They are, as you said, national parks for a reason, because they all have their specialness, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's all we do, me and my friend. That's how many parks can we see? We want to go to Iceland, we want to go to Australia. If the moon was a national park, I say we'd go.
Yeah, nice. I love it.
That's fantastic. All right, well, thank you so much. We have a question and answer series that we're starting. So if you have travel questions, you can send them to April and I. There's a link in the description below. And continue to travel with us through real stories from real people. So thanks so much, Zach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Zach.